Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews, Night 18 of the 31 Days of Horror. What I'm reviewing today is The Unnamable, H.P. Lovecraft's The Unnamable. This is just released on Unearthed Classics, the first of the Unearthed Classics line from Unearthed Films. So, yeah, the basic plot is you got this guy. He's like, I'll say this. It starts off back in the past. It doesn't give you a date, but it's supposed to be like the 1600s. And some old guy is in this house, and there's like this creature. That's it. I'll leave that beginning part at that, because other stuff comes out later in the film. Uh, Cut to present day. Well, that guy gets killed. Cut to present day, and you got some like students. They're talking about like the story of the house and everything. One guy decides to go in, and the other two leave and whatever. More people go in. There's a really generic explanation I'm giving you, but honestly, that's just kind of how it goes. The creature's still in the house, and it's been there for like hundreds of years or whatever, and bloody hijinks ensue. Uh, this movie's always kind of interesting. I saw this in video stores as a kid with that cover, you know, and hell, I think it's been about 20 years since I've seen this movie. I rented it on VHS back in the day, and I really dug it, and I still dig it now. What this movie does, which is, it came out in, when was it? Was it 88? I think it was 88. Well, essentially, what this has, which is kind of weird, it's obviously been made in the wake of Reanimator. Because you have a score which is kind of similar to the Reanimator score, but, you know, how can I put it? It's like, the movie's trying to be, like, kind of serious, but then it has, like, this almost, like, goofy, Reanimator-esque score to it. It's like it's trying to be both. It doesn't really work, but it's, for what it is, it's fun. This movie does a lot of things right, and it does a lot of things wrong. I'll go over what it does right, and then I'll move on to the wrong. What it does right, for one, is that creature design. It is phenomenal. I love the creature in this. It just looks awesome. Also, the overall look, like the way the shots are laid out and everything, looks pretty good. And the effects are pretty damn good as well. What this movie does wrong, and there's a couple of things it does wrong. The acting is a little hokey. Now, like I said, it's got that, it's trying to be like Reanimator, I feel, and as a result, some stuff seems more played for laughs than is really necessary, if that makes sense. This story should have just been a serious, creepy story. You know, the humorous aspect of it really seems, at least to me, kind of tacked on. But, you know, I guess that's what they were going for. So, you know, I'm not gonna raise a stink about that, you know, when it's obviously what the filmmakers were going for. All in all, this is a fun movie. Is this, like, the greatest Lovecraft adaptation? Not by a long shot. Does it have the feel of Lovecraft? Yeah, but it's very Hollywood Lovecraft. Like, it very much is a child of Reanimator, and you can tell that it is. You know, take that for what you will. But as I was saying, though, with the effects, some of the effects in this are really good. Oh, excuse me. Oh, a bit tired. There's this one scene where the creature drops somebody, and his brain falls out of his head, and it's just so twisted and nasty and awesome. I love it. Now, getting back onto the things that the, they don't do right. This isn't anything to do with the film. This is purely this release. Okay, uh, there are some audio problems. From what I know, you know, Unearthed are aware of it. They're contacting, I guess, the people that made it, MVD Visual, and seeing what they can do about it. On the 5.1, there's a problem with the mix on I think it's like the middle channel or whatever. It's something to do with it was originally transferred from PAL over to NTSC, and it was something in the transfer there that kind of screwed up. Uh, Technically, that's the only problem with this disc. And honestly, if you don't have a 5.1 system, it who cares? Just there's a stereo track. Stereo track's fine. You know, just put that on. There's no problems. So there's that, and there is the fact there is a couple of problems on the back. There's on the back of the cover at least. Says it's 76 minutes. It's actually 86 minutes. That's a small gripe. That's nothing. And in the description, right at the back, for some reason, right at the end, they call it the Unnamable. So there's one spelling mistake on the back, and one, tech error. But all that is honestly, no one really cares. Let's be honest. The picture on this Blu-ray is phenomenal. It really is. I mean, I never thought I'd see the Unnamable look this good. I mean, there's a decent amount of grain and everything. I mean, it's not like some super pristine picture, but for a movie of this age and this, I don't want to say caliber, but this level of movie, if you will, essentially just like a B movie, really. It looks really good. Unearthed Films have done a really good job with this scan. It's a 4K scan, so it looks really good. Nice dark blacks and everything. Really good. As for special features, it's got a commentary, which I haven't listened to yet, and a bunch of video interviews. The video interviews are interesting because they're essentially like Skype calls that have been, there's like a frames, and they have one here and one here, and the conversation going on over Skype. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, and they're interesting enough little interviews. There's one with some interviews with actors and actresses, and with the special effects people and stuff. It's kind of interesting. For a rating as a movie, I got to give this a 7 out of 10. I've seen better, but it's still really fun. Like I said, it's not going to win awards for the greatest Lovecraft adaptation, but let's put it this way. I was hyped when I heard about this Blu-ray coming out. I was hyped when I ordered it. I was hyped when I got it. I'm still hyped now. It's a movie I've always liked. But like I said, I'm not gonna say it's the end all be all of Lovecraft stuff. But all in all, a solid 7 out of 10. I'll try to find a trailer, leave it below. Yeah, that's it for now. See you next time.